The people commenting and stuff. Excuse me, Derek. You got something you want to say?
I mean, it took you long enough.
Well, you know, we were over.
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, because I know what I had to do. I know how I got to where I need to get to and do what I need to do to be here on time because I know how you get down. But obviously I don't.
Now, I mean, I understand that I just saw you like a few moments ago, but yeah. I mean, you could at least greet me and say hello.
Well, not that I've been sitting here waiting for how long? Jeez. I've been here since 9:40.
We already got, I just hit live and there's 200 people in here already.
But I was here at 9:40.
Well, you know, somebody said, get him, Derek.
So it's fine.
Somebody said, get him, Derek.
I'm just saying, I mean, you know, you had everybody here just waiting. You mean, you know, you see what happens when you handle things, it just doesn't go right.
You are really feeling yourself.
No, I'm not. Listen, I was ready to listen. Crazy minute. Hey, you guys, I haven't seen you in a while. You know, I've been working. I had to take a break from Craig, you know, because it's a lot. You
didn't take a break from me.
But you see what happens when I get back with him? This kind of stuff that happens. Just late. And then apologize or nothing. He didn't say, oh my God, I'm sorry you guys are being late. Didn't say nothing. He just came in and started bashing me.
I mean, I didn't really get an opportunity to because, I mean, time I hit live, I mean, you came straight in reading. So.
No, I didn't actually. You said you had enough time to say, hey, I know you got something to say, so say what you had to say. You had enough time to say that. But you didn't say, hey, you guys, I apologize. You know, it's been a little, you know, I was running a little late.
In my chair. I'm spinning around in my stool.
It's okay.
Somebody is being gathered. But listen, we just came from a little wine bar. I'm not promoting because she don't pay me. But
where's our friend? Where's my friend? We came from Cynthia, baby.
No, who you talking about? Who I was with?
Huh?
Who you talking about? Who I was with?
No.
What friend? Oh, you talking about whose wine bar we were just at?
Yeah.
Well, you can talk about it. I'm not talking about it.
I'm saying it's my friend. We was at Cynthia Bailey's wine bar for her game night on Tuesday.
I sold some bracelets, so.
Well, first of all, you know what? Don't do that, girl, because you was just sitting there texting her ass. You know, you are fake.
oh, now I'm fake.
You are fake. That was the reason why we went, and now you are. You said, so said it's fun. We should come, and now you're like, you are fake.
No. I was texting Mallory. I was not texting Cynthia.
But I know that, but who you said stole this? Who they? You said names. I wasn't saying no names.
You know what? You are trash.
You told me the story. Yeah, you told me the story.
I told you the story?
Yes, I know. That's why I'm like, girl, why you tried it tonight?
Okay, so, you know, Mallory and I were really, really cool. This is Cynthia's sister. We were really, really cool. And when I did one of my signings down in Houston, I tell you guys all the time that I have a lot of readers in Houston. And I stayed with her, and that was when we really solidified our friendship. And so I had a book signing down there, and she said to me, oh my God, like, what you wearing today? What colors are you wearing today? She said, because I got some bracelets I want you to wear. And I said, oh, I haven't even thought about what I'm going to wear. She said, well, let me know. So when I put my clothes on, she came in with all these bracelets. Well, then, you know, the gays, they didn't really like that me and Mallory were really close, right? They wanted to be in you know, close with her. And so at some point, she must have told the kids that I had stole her bracelets. And so I called her up on the phone. Like, I'm not the person that's gonna text message you and be passive aggressive. I'm gonna pick up the telephone and be like, look. Hey, yeah, so the streets are talking. They talking about, you know, you said I sold the bracelets. And she was like, no, I never said that. She said, you know, I love you. They just jealous because they, you know, they want to be. But apparently she had said it. Now, the kids don't always tell the truth, but they must have been telling the truth that time because Cynthia stopped following me on Instagram. And then when I see her out in public, like she sometimes halfway speaks. Like we went in there like a week or so. How long ago was that? It was like a week and a half ago we went in there. and Cynthia was in there with her fiance Mike, and she said, "Oh, hey, Craig," like she did speak, but she has this thing in her mind that I stole these bracelets, but her sister, when I call her sister, she said, "No, I never said that," but she clearly said it, huh?
You do steal. You steal, you plagiarize, you do a lot of things. So, but back to me saying you fake, because you just sit there and was like, that ain't my friend. She said I stole, but she was texting you today. That's why you went over there, because she texted you and told you to come.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm just I'm just trying to create new ground with the lady.
I know what I said, but you're being fake. You can't be kikiing over there. Then we go to your live. You try to act all funny. Now if you stand 10 toes down, Craig. If you stand 10 toes down,
I'm standing 10 toes down. I'm from Baltimore.
Oh no, you want to stand at 10 toes?
No, because the eye is on this side. But the camera's on this side. But you almost put your face on the camera. Okay.
Well, I'm just telling you, just stand 10 toes down on it.
They talking about Craig, just give the bracelets back.
You know, I just feel like
I'm standing 10 toes down.
No, you're not, because if you felt that way, you shouldn't have went tonight.
I'm standing. Well, no, listen, I'm trying to cover new ground tonight, because I called the lady on her bullshit and she said that she didn't say that.
Okay, so why'd you bring it back up again? Oh, so you was being messy tonight.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna be in it and live in it, live in it.
Well,
so where were we at? So where were we at tonight?
I didn't steal any bracelets.
Well, you ain't got them.
I didn't steal any bracelets.
She don't have them, and she don't have them.
Well, I mean, I have the bracelets that she gave me.
Oh, now she gave them to you.
She gave them to me. That lady came to me and was like, "Hey, what you wearing today? I want you to promote the bracelets and this, that, and the third." And so I did. You know, but you can't be telling these people that I stole the bracelets.
Well, I'm just saying to you is that I just need you to stand in your truth.
I'm standing in my truth.
Okay, so where do we stand right now?
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions. There's so much to say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit. I'm pointing at Derek J. And everything in between. He's sitting here with this silk robe on. Where'd you get this lady's robe from?
It's Notori.
Oh, That's a ladies' company?
It is. At Neiman's.
What size? It's at Neiman's.
Yes.
And he wondered why nobody sent him nothing to the Cash App. My Cash App is down here.
So Craig, so before we move on, the question is this. So where do we stand with Mallory tonight? Or is she like, where are we at? Because I mean you waver in the fence. So are you there? Are you with it? Or are you not? What are we doing?
Well, when I confronted the lady head on, like the strong black.
I understand what you're saying. I'm asking you a question. Where are we at? I don't need a backstory. We got the backstory.
Okay.
The question is, where do we stand right now today?
But let me say this. I confronted her like the strong black woman that I am. The strong black woman. And so she acted like she didn't understand. She acted like she didn't say it. So I'm like, okay, well, if I come to you and you pretend that you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're not standing in your truth. But so,
we're not worried about her right now. I'm asking you. What I'm saying to you is that she texted you and told you to come out, and you came out, right? Mm-hmm. Then we get in front of this camera. You like, well, that ain't my friend. Well, you got up and you went over there because she called and told you.
Well, listen, I can come over there and drink up your wine and stuff because, see, here's the thing.
So you being fake.
But no, I'm not being fake. I just recategorized her.
So, so what category is she in now?
Non-friend. You gotta sometimes recategorize the girls.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're in the same place. That's all.
Right now, if I see her on the side of the road and she broke down on the side of the road, I might pull over and stop and help her. Mm-hmm. But we're not friends.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, that's it.
But look, I wanted us to talk about. I titled this video about the. There was an explosion in Baltimore. I know you.
I retitled it on my page because you had a lot of stuff on it that had nothing to do with me. Not my hometown.
Wait. You did what?
I retitled it on my page because I read your thing. I'm like, Baltimore is not my hometown. That's not where I'm from. I don't know anything. I don't want to talk about the Baltimore gas leak. So on my page is retitled, but on your page is about the Baltimore gas leak. But talk to me about it.
Well, yesterday in my hometown of Baltimore, I grew up in Park Heights. That's 21215.
Mm-hmm.
My family is still over there. I have family over in 21207. Well, there was a gas leak explosion. There was at least 2 people that were killed. And I know someone that was living on the actual street. And so like it blew up somebody's house. It blew up a few houses, right? They're still searching for people in the rubbish. Is it rubbish? Yeah, that's the word, rubbish. And I wanted to talk about I just wanted to mention it tonight because I want you guys to know, because I know a lot of you have tagged me across different social medias asking if my family was okay. My family was okay. I do know somebody who lived like 4 houses down from the house that exploded. But like I said, it decimated like a few different houses, like 4 or 5 houses on that street. So I want us to come together at some point and support that community. I have a friend and her sister. I have 2 friends. It's a sister combination. They have a nonprofit organization. They do stuff across the city. They're not right now activated to do stuff for this particular cause. And what they're doing now is just kind of watching because they have everything that they need, even though I take that loosely because you don't really know what people need, right? So, but what they're saying is the Red Cross really stepped in. They're really doing a lot. They've supplied food, they've supplied water, they've supplied like a hotel for the people that are, displaced. So at some point when I figure out what we can do, because like I said, I know someone who lives on the actual street whose family was okay, but they've been displaced. I want us to come together and figure out what we can do to support the people that actually live on the street. Because right now, if we collect money or send gift cards or send stuff, it's going to go to people who have been already kind of taken care of, if you will. But I just wanted to mention that. I didn't want you guys to think that I forgot. And I just thought that it would be irresponsible for me to come on here tonight and not talk about it because it literally just happened yesterday. So yeah, so there you have it. But I mean, it's insane. It's just like, and they think that it's because they don't think that somebody left the gas on or anything like that. They really, this is literally, it happened less than about 3 miles from my mother's house. Like it happened so close that I called her and was like, girl, did you hear that? Like, did you hear it? Because it was just that close to the house. But of course, my mother was at dialysis. This was yesterday. This was Monday, so she wasn't home. But I do know someone who lived on the street where it happened. So, like it literally blew up. But they're thinking because the gas main line has not been changed or serviced since, don't even quote me because I just had a few glasses of wine, but it hasn't been changed or attended to in years. And like I said, at least 2 people have been killed. This is a community of Black people, Hispanic people, i.e. Mexican. So it's a community of color. But there's some Jewish people that live in the community as well. So I just wanted to mention that and talk about that and, let you guys know that I'm not ignoring it. I didn't go live last night, so I didn't talk about it. But I definitely want to, once I get my fingers on the pulse of what the real needs are, then I'll kind of talk to you guys and then I'll make a donation. And if you guys want to join me, then we can do that. But Derek is on here because he and I have a panel discussion tomorrow. And we're talking about, it's called Colorblind. It's interracial dating in the LGBTQ community. And
I know this is home for you.
Why was it? Well, my man is Black.
I know, but this bothers you. You talk about it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, it really did bother me. I've gotten to a place where I'm okay with it because I do believe that there are people. I believe that love sometimes just finds you. Right. The issues that I have with it are when Black men or Black people, period. Of course, our conversation is going to be about LGBTQ people, but just interracial dating, period, as a whole. I have an issue when a Black person says for sure or for certain that they they absolutely date outside of their race, or they specifically date white, or they specifically date other because they have some sort of cultural issue, or some sort of self-hate. And sometime last year, there was a whole, you probably saw it, Derek, and those of you that are watching, you probably saw this. There was a whole conversation on social media where they were talking about Billy Porter from Pose. He's married to a white man. Karamo Brown, who's on the new rebooted season of Queer Eye, but he was originally, you guys first met him from Real World. He was the first Black open gay guy on Real World. And there were a couple other white, there was a football player, the gay football player who came out, and there was one other person. But anyway, there was a whole little montage. And he was talking
RuPaul, Shanti, RuPaul, Shanti.
Yes, RuPaul, Shanti, the fitness workout guy. So there's been this whole thing where people have been talking about, like, why is it that when Black gay men, and I know that this happens with Black straight men too, especially when we talk about athletes, but in this conversation, we're talking about LGBTQ. But Don Lemon. Yes, Don Lemon was in that montage. And they were just basically saying, why is it that when Black gay men make it, they become, or they go over to the other side. They start dating white men. They get married to white men. And I wanted to have this conversation because it is one to be discussed, right?
It is.
And I understand that love sometimes just happens for people. But I also understand that there are some Black men who do date intentionally because they think that they can't find that they're happily ever after with another Black gay man.
Now, I will say this,
Lee Daniels.
Yeah, Lee Daniels. We in the LGBTQ community, we make it hard to date.
Listen.
And be faithful and be, and the thing is that I think that it's not, we don't have a lot of role models.
Speak, friend.
To show us that this can all be done. So, I think that's where it comes in there. And it's not just from an LGBTQ community, it's from a heterosexual lane too. It's not a lot of families where you see just a healthy relationship that's long lasting.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. But yeah, so that just throws over to your life, whether it's gay or straight or anything, but it just kind of rolls over into that space. And being that in the LGBTQ world, especially with men being so sexual and being able to just move around freely, they just don't really see a need for a real commitment. And you do, and people feel they find that type of commitment on the other side.
And just to echo your point, I think what happens too is, to your point, there are so few demonstrations of relationships of for Black men, period. So whether you're Black and gay, Black and bisexual, Black and heterosexual, most likely you were raised in a single parent household. Most Black men, regardless of sexuality, were raised in a single parent household. You were either raised by your mother, your auntie, your grandmother, a godmother. Most likely you were raised by a single woman. So most of us now, your parents are still together. How long your parents been together?
Since I was, that's my stepdad, but they've been together since I was 10.
Correct, but there still is a male figure in your life. You still.
It's still like 5 years.
Exactly. And even with me, my parents were together for my primary years, my fundamental years, right? But a lot of Black men, gay, straight, or bisexual, did not have a demonstration of what a two-parent household looked like. So most don't know how to model that. Most don't know how to go out and emulate that. So I think that, when we're talking about color blindness and dating white, or, a Black gay man dating white, for me, I struggle with it when a person says, I prefer to date outside of my skin. Date outside of my race.
But that goes back to a lot of our other conversations we had, is that when like when are we denouncing people's preference? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so the thing about it is that, like, for me, I don't think I could date like a homegrown white person. Like,
wait. What's a homegrown white person?
Like a good old American white boy. I don't think I'd do that. But I probably could date like an Italian, maybe.
Wait. Because, you know, communication is our partner, clarity is our friend. What do you mean what do you mean a homegrown white person?
Like an American white person.
So he couldn't be from Idaho. So right? No, from Idaho.
God, no, definitely not Idaho or Kentucky. No, nothing. No.
Yes, yes, indeed.
God, no. So, but I think I might be able to date. But do we? It's Italians and are they white people?
They are white. They're just Italian, and they have a little more olive in their skin.
Yeah. So,
there's a little more olive in their skin.
Yes, Cherie, agree. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I want to date a white person. But I think I could date. I think I can. I could date another person of color. So an Indian or a Spanish.
Now I dated a Hispanic guy when I lived in LA. I've told this story before. Mm-hmm. I dated a guy from El Salvador. And so I did date someone outside of my race. Now I had a white guy suck my dick once.
Oh my God. Jesus.
But I've never been in a relationship. But but to your point also, when you mentioned about a preference versus a prejudice, we had this conversation before. I really think it was
our first conversation.
It was our very first one. And what was his name? The therapist that was on Micah or something like that. But he explained to us the difference between a prejudice and a preference. So for me, if you're a black person and you say, I prefer, it's not a prejudice, I prefer to date someone white, it's a prejudice if you've never dated within your race. If you're a black person, if you've never dated within your race, it's a prejudice because you can't really compare the two.
Well, so can I play devil's advocate?
Yes. And I'm going to play devil's advocate right behind you because I want to be fair and balanced.
Yeah. So I'm going to play devil's advocate with that. So so if you're in the gay and if you're looking at the relationships, dealing with, and y'all don't get me, I'm just playing devil advocate, y'all. I love me a black man. Don't get it twisted. But if you go off of what you see, what is shown or what is talked about, I wouldn't want to date a black man either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't seem fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's fun. It would seem fun from a sexual aspect of it.
Speak to him, friend.
So when it comes down to a relationship, it's not, like I said, it's not shown, and it's not. And how many people? We try to figure out how many people we know that was in long lasting relationships. You can't even name them. You know what I'm saying? And then all the ones that you figure out in a long lasting relationship, they got some type of agreement. Open. So it's like, wait, if this is what this is all cracked up to be, let me go over here and try something else. So if you were just looking in, I wouldn't want to date a black man neither. If you're just looking in, but I like black men, so.
Well, let me just jump on, piggyback on what you're saying in that little Silk Road. Mm-hmm. And look, I want all of my black gay men or LGBTQ people to hear me when I say this. I am unapologetically black.
Oh, me too.
And so is Derek. Derek and I are friends in real life, and we have real conversations about supporting black, buying black, doing all of those things. But it's also important to be honest with ourselves about the issues and the plights in our community. And sometimes it's black folks. And I know this conversation is about black LGBTQ, but I'm going to broaden it and say sometimes it's black people. We don't always want to speak openly about the issues that plague our community, because it's almost like if we speak it out loud, then we're telling white folks or the rest of the world what's really going on in our community. Or if we speak about it out loud, then it gives credence to it. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Before I met him, I was teetering. I was teetering in my mind about dating other, because I was getting to a point where I was almost frustrated with dating Black men. And for all of my Black people, my LGBTQ people that are listening, I'm not saying at all that dating outside of my race would exonerate me from having any issues. I'm not saying that dating white is better. I'm not saying that there wouldn't be other issues that would come with that. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is I was becoming frustrated with Black gay men who didn't know who they were, who didn't understand their sexuality, who was concerned with what people thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was tired of all those who had issues with intimacy, who had issues with saying, baby, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. I need a Baker. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was so tired of all of that. And I was really getting to a point where I was like, listen, I got to open up this pool. I got to open this pool up a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I got to open up my options, because I'm just tired of this same story. And I understand, again, for my black folks that are listening, I understand the systemic issues. I know that Black folks are rooted in the church. I know that has a lot to do with our issues. But what I feel as a human being is, if I had the wherewithal to do my work, I need to find another Black man who's done his work as well, so that we can partner and be happy. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And I've said this many times before, Derek, and then I'm going to shut up so you can speak, because they always say I'll never let you talk.
Well, I'm glad you're listening.
They always say I don't let you talk. But
I mean, you don't. And you cut me off. Kind of like I'm doing you right now. But that's okay. But look, it's all right. But get your point across.
Okay, but this is the last
thing I'm getting hurt yet.
But this is the last thing I'm going to say.
Okay.
But the issues that we have as Black gay men are very much so germane to the issues that Black women have. And I've said this so many times, that is the thing that connects Black gay men and Black women. Oftentimes, people from the surface think that Black gay men and Black women coalesce because we all enjoy shopping and eating out at fancy restaurants, and we enjoy fashion and all that other stuff. Yeah, that stuff is on the surface. But the undergirding issue is that we have similar struggles in dating and loving Black men. Mm-hmm. That's the unspoken thing. That's it.
You sure? Well, I have, like I said, white men I just don't find white men attractive. So that's not like a thing. But I get it though. And it is hard. Just dating in this world is a mess. I can imagine what a relationship is like, but just dating in the space of it, I'm just trying to find somebody, like you said, that is just true to themselves, that's not trying to be. Mm-hmm. And the harder thing is also trying to find somebody in your age group that is here to do it. Like, I don't like nothing against older men, but I'm not trying to date no 60-year-old man. That's not what I'm not trying to do. That's like 40 years older than me.
Yeah,
that's like your age, Craig. And I just don't want to do. Like,
wait, what?
That's just not what I want to do. Right. So, but it's hard. But then you find yourself in a relationship with Black men, and this is not a conversation to beat up Black men. No, that's not about that. But you do find yourself in a space where you're trying to teach them, you're trying to learn, and try to bring them up, but the thing is that you're not getting that same type of situation back. So I haven't dated a white person before, so I would love to hear what these people in these multicultural relationships got going on and how it's working for them. Because I'm sure, like you said, there's a struggle on the other side when it comes down to it.
Yeah. You may not have the issues that we have dating other black men, like the internalized homophobia and all that kind of stuff. But you're gonna have the issues, the cultural differences.
Yes.
And see, I'm so black. I'm so unapologetically black. I'm not about to apologize to you, Bobby, every single time I say something pro-black.
Right.
Like, I'm excited that Kamala Harris is now the VP nominee for Joe Biden.
I am too. But you know, but
you see how I weave that in there?
I did, but we got to also see what that come along with too, child. You know,
we do.
I mean, but it's a great aesthetic. I love it.
It's a great aesthetic.
It's a great aesthetic, and it's very. I love it. I'm glad that he picked her. I'm glad that she's going to be in the White House, and hopefully. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. Because I know because she's in that position, us as black people are going to put a lot of demands on her that's going to be really unrealistic.
Like they did Obama.
Yes. So what I will say is that I hope that she can go in and do what she can in favor of us.
And I think that she will. And, and I know a lot of people have issues with her track record as the prosecutor.
But you know what? I listened to, who was that? Who was on the Power, who was the
Breakfast Club?
The Breakfast Club. Who was
Charlemagne.
Charlemagne. Yeah, Charlemagne. So Charlemagne said, everybody, he said, but Charlemagne said Kamala was doing her job. She did not create the laws. She did not do any of those things. He said, so we can't be mad at her for doing the job.
Because she prosecuted black men.
She was doing the job that she was paid to do.
I have said this. Listen, those of you that have been following me for a while, you already know the truth. Those of you that are new, go back and find it in one of them videos. I have said that before. It's like black folks are upset with her because of her prosecutorial record in LA, where she was prosecuting a lot of black men. I said, well, shit, she was only prosecuting what came across her desk. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can't be mad with her. But what I will say is there will not be any candidate that will not be flawed. You're not going to like any candidate 100% across the board. Mm-hmm. But what you can do is find a candidate whose vision and ideas will permeate. Mm-hmm. The fact that, like, during this whole pandemic, I've loved almost everything this woman has said. She wanted to place a moratorium on credit cards. So, like, if you and I called our credit card company and said, listen, I've been affected by COVID, I can't pay you your $200 this month, right? She put in place where they could not charge you finance charges, mm-hmm. late charges. She did the same thing she was also talking about with your mortgage. She was also talking about putting a moratorium on paying your rent. Like, she was very forward thinking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, why penalize people during this time when everybody's being impacted? So she was very, very forward thinking in that. So, I mean, I just think that she is the one whose ear is close enough to the pulse of black people that she can speak to Biden in a way where she can get the majority of our issues and concerns to him. Mm-hmm. And she's talking about a $2,000 a month stimulus. Exactly, TB. Mm-hmm. Derek and I talked about that at the wine bar.
Yes, we did.
I'm going to need my $2,000 a month. Amen. I'm going to need mine.
So I'm with it. I'm happy that that's happening, and I will be there to vote for her. And
I will be there as well. And you know what? There was a runoff today in the election. I am very, very, very disappointed to say that I didn't make it to the runoff election. And Bree T, for me, I was hoping for Kamala as the VP nominee or Stacey Abrams. I was excited about either one. I really would have been. But what I need y'all to do is get y'all answers to them polls to vote. Okay, yeah. Whether you like Kamala or not.
We gotta get Trump out of here.
Yes, indeed.
But what you spinning around doing? You just doing a lot of spinning. You okay? You keep turning around. Is something back there?
Well, I was putting the water bottle back on.
But before you did that, you just doing a lot of moving. Just wanted to make sure you were good. Being a concerned friend. That's all.
You being a concerned friend.
Yeah.
Is that what you doing?
Too many? Was it? Did you drink too much?
I think I did because we ended up drinking that shit you left over there at the wine bar.
Oh.
See, let me explain to everybody here. Derek J rode his bicycle from home over to the wine bar, and then he bought a bottle of wine, and then he had to ride his bicycle back home.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
he only had about a glass of wine, so he left the whole bottle for us.
I didn't leave it for y'all, actually. I just left it. Now, you decided to take it upon yourself to drink it.
Well, anybody about to leave no free alcohol?
I mean,
who does that? Who does that? Nobody I know.
I mean, I leave alcohol all the time.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Yeah, well, especially not some shit that I didn't pay for. I'm definitely not leaving that.
Oh my God, Craig, you are showing your true colors tonight. Jeez.
Oh my God, Derek, you are crazy. Do you understand?
So, Craig, we have to wrap this up because we have an early morning tomorrow.
Yes, we are, because Derek and I are going bike riding tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Well, we're pushing off at 7 a.m.
Yeah, we'll be on the bike at 7
a.m. Yes.
We'll be riding at 7 a.m. So we're gonna let you guys go. I did want to touch on the explosion in Baltimore,
mm-hmm.
and of course,
I'm glad your family is okay, and we will send prayers to Baltimore. And whenever you get that information together, please let us know so we can get that out there. And then tomorrow, you guys at 9:00, we will be here with our panel Colorblind, which is interracial dating in the LGBTQ community of color.
Absolutely, and we understand that it's not just specific to our community, but we're targeting our community in this particular conversation.
Yes, we are.
So tune in to my YouTube channel and Derek J, whichever one tomorrow. But you should be subscribed to both.
You should be.
Now listen, send a little something through this Cash App and over here at his, please and thank you.
Well, you can tell people I'm rich, Craig, which I'm not. I'm unemployed.
I ain't told nobody you rich. I said you get on here with all these lofty things and people don't want to send you.
Let me tell you something.
People don't want to send you nothing because you.
No, let me tell you
and all this other stuff.
But let me tell you something, Craig.
These people know I'm on food stamps, okay? So
I got food stamps too. But let me tell you something.
You do? How much you get?
I get 194. Yeah, 194. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I get.
But let me tell you something.
I was at Costco's today.
Listen. It was at one point in my life where I had a lot where I was able to go out and just purchase things. So I purchase things that are good quality that I can keep. I don't purchase trendy things. I'm not one of the black gays out there that want you to see what I got on and have G's and C's all over the stuff. I don't do all that stuff. So I buy things that are, that last. Craig.
Like this Silk Road.
Yes. I bought this. It's like 5 years old. But
again, like we're going through tough times right now. We're in the pandemic. You on here acting like, you sitting there with that Lauryn Hill painting behind you.
I bought this 10 years ago. Wait. So let's get this real. See, that's what's wrong with you black people. So let's get this real straight, real quick. People, yes, everybody is going through hard times right now. But because I'm going through hard times, I got to be broke. Like, I got to look broke. Like, that don't make no sense. Like,
well, see, that's exactly why nobody want to send you 50 cents.
What I'm telling you, though, Craig, which is I'm trying to explain to them also. And at the end of the day, I had shit before all this stuff was happening. Now it's happening. So I'm supposed to get rid of all this stuff? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm understanding.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you this.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So next, when we do our live, I'm gonna do it in front of a blank fucking wall. That's crazy.
No, not just a blank, not just the blank wall, but you need to get in front of the wall, in front of the camera with a sweater on with some holes in it.
Oh God, no.
Let me teach you something. When I used to go sign up for the food stamps down to the food stamp office, when you could actually go into the office, I used to put on my worst stuff. I wouldn't shave.
But Craig, that's crazy though. No.
You know why it's not crazy? Because them ladies that work in the food stamp office, besides my girl that that watches over here on the live, them people so nasty in there sometimes, and they think that if you got anything, they don't even want to help you like it's their money. That they don't want to help you. So it's like you if you want people to send you 50 cents over here to your Cash App.
So but I'm so I don't own things to look broke. That's what I just don't.
Right.
And on top of that, I don't own things to look broke. And the thing is that the only reason we need stuff for the Cash App because we pay for this shit ourselves.
You ain't never lying about that.
We're not making no money off of this. I pay out to come on live and talk to y'all.
Look, like I said to you, like I said to you tonight at the wine bar. I said, "Is it my turn to pay the intern tomorrow?"
Yeah, it's your turn to pay.
And you were like, "It sure is." You couldn't wait to tell me that.
Yeah, it's your turn to pay. That's the only reason why. You know.
So listen. If you all want to continue to see me and Derek do these things, we need your support, okay?
Yeah, that's what it is. You act like I'm taking that. You act like I'm asking for a Cash App so I can go shopping. No, I'm asking for a Cash App so we can continue to do this shit.
I understand.
Okay. But yeah, stop sitting there trying to tell them that I'm over here living in a lap of luxury and I want them and they funding my lifestyle. That's not what's happening.
Well, I know you're struggling, friend. So
wait, girl. No, I didn't say I was struggling, bitch.
Now listen, you're either gonna be struggling or you're not. You're struggling or you're not, okay?
I'm in between, girl. I'm teeter-tottering just like your ass is, honey. We just teetering. We on that thin line.
Look, as they say in my hometown, on a wing and a prayer.
On a wing and a prayer, baby. You know what I'm saying, child? I'm over here trying to keep a business open over here in Buckhead. I'm trying to keep a business open, but I'm trying to keep a roof over my goddamn head, and I'm trying to put some food in the refrigerator.
You ain't got to tell me. You know
and I'm trying to get on live with y'all and pay this an intern every damn week so she can go talk to people and get flyers made and all this other stuff. So yes, and keep the electric bill on because Craig's internet is slow. So I gotta keep the good internet on so we can live stream.
Hold on. Now my internet is not slow. Now my baby internet is slow, but my internet not slow. I can say that because he upstairs. Now my baby internet is slow, but my internet not slow. Look, I had to upgrade my internet for the people because they didn't read me.
No, everything that was everything that comes into either Cash Apps goes back out into creating this.
All of this. You ain't never lied about that.
That's what it all is. And I appreciate everything that everyone sends in, and we are thankful.
Yes, we are.
It helps us out because now it's another bill off my back that we got to take care of. But
yeah.
Craig did fix the internet over at 227, but girl, he ain't never there. So when the last time you been to 227?
Listen, we just sat here and talked about, fostering a relationship. Now I need to be able to foster this, what I got going on upstairs.
Oh, that is true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I got to foster what I got going on. But anyway, listen, we appreciate you guys being on here. We thank you for supporting us. Robert Harris, my weekend was amazing. I posted it all on my Patreon. I documented the whole weekend. Thank you for your comments. Those of you that posted comments about it. Have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. And of course, you can support the books, CraigTheWriterStewart.com, and the merchandise. We got masks and stuff. I don't have nothing around here to show you, but yeah. Bye, y'all.